they hungry and they don't know, they don't have the direction. Like, it's like if you hungry, but you don't know how to cook groceries. So the chef is in control of your meal.
Yeah.
So depends on how you look at it.
Exactly, right. So I was looking at your background and I noticed that you were saying earlier as well that you was on part of the army. But then there was another quote. Again, I like to look at quotes. And you said that the army is where I got my start in recording and singing live. That's where, I mean, I'm assuming by what I read that that's where you started. Can you tell me a little bit about that part so that
Okay, yes, ma'am. I was in the military right out of high school, 18. I really literally didn't even get to enjoy it like a month after I graduated, like to kick it or do anything. I went straight to the military. Yes, sir. Yes, drill sergeant. You know, it was crazy, but I think the army literally saved my life in terms of just putting me in a position to unlearn some habits that I probably wouldn't even be able to, you know, I wouldn't even be the guy I am today without the military. And that, in that regard, the military was awesome. So during that process, I've always been in the music since I was a little kid. My grandmother, church choirs, high school, elementary, every talent shows, always, all that kind of stuff. So when I got to the military, I was gonna make the military a career, but I always loved to sing and do music. So I met some other guys, and we put together a group back when Shy, Silk, Boys II Men, all those groups was hot in the '90s. Silk and all them making that good money, that '90s R&B money. That I missed.
No, was you
crazy,
loud
right?
in the churches?
Huh?
I'm curious. Was you loud singing in church?
Was I live singing? Yeah, I mean,
loud singing loud.
Loud. Oh, well, nah, my grandmother didn't play that, so my grandma was something else, man. But during the weekdays, we be Sam Cooke and Otis Red and James Brown. And, baby, I got that feeling. We doing all that. But during Sunday, you better not make her late for church or not want to get up. Woo, get toe up, boy. So the military really put me in a position to want to do music, and so that's when I got serious with it. Because I was mature and had a stable foundation to try to explore. And so many the guys got formed a singing group, and we won this talent show equivalent to the Apollo, and they flew us to New York from Germany. That's how we got our start. And we ended up not winning the show. We didn't get booed, which is a great thing at the amateur night at the Apollo. Showtime is kind of Hollywood.
I've witnessed a few.
Woo, but amateur night, woo, no mercy.
And once they boo you, you might as well just don't ever show your face again.
What's crazy? Lauryn Hill got booed her first appearance on Apollo. Yes, if you go and you can find it on YouTube. Lauryn Hill was, how she has that real, just authentic, genuine, original sound to her voice. She all the vibrato, nothing even matter. The way she sings, they was not her style at the time. It's amazing. You can't give up.
I gotta see that. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Go, I mean, YouTube it and find Lauryn Hill singing at the Apollo as she was a young teenager, I think, and they did not feel her style at the time.
Okay. So you mentioned YouTube. Now we're gonna go to your numbers. I was mentioning.
Okay.
With your hit single, I was telling you I listen to it in the morning. Then to your numbers, you on Spotify, it's over 400,000. Facebook, you have 1.6 mil. 1.8 now?
I'm gonna give you the new numbers off the top of my head. 1.8 million Facebook views, probably about 36,000 organic YouTube views. Now, see, people think that number's low. You got to keep in mind, we dropped this record in July 3rd. We're little over 3 months. We're on the 7th of October. So we're literally 90 days into an independent release. See, if it was 90 days on a major release, then that 3 months would have been, that's a lot of time for mainstream to have the record, and you should already have millions.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. But as an independent artist, I got a long time. I can push this record for another year as an independent and still make some traction. So the point is, we're 1.8 million. And so 35 organic views on YouTube is clean because YouTube ain't playing that. You can't buy views. You can't do nothing to enhance.
Now.
Has to be organic and real subscribers and views, or they will cancel your account and you're done. So YouTube platform. That doesn't mean you can't. There's not other video platforms. YouTube ain't the only video platform that you can work off of. And that's the key with the artists. You got to learn, do your research, man, and find it wherever you can get your music at.
Hey, that's you know? With research. Sorry, not to cut you off.
That's okay. Go ahead.
You mentioned Facebook, that there's many that don't like to use Facebook as a platform because of, you know, with the limited of usage that with as far as language or whatnot. But you pushed that issue and you said, no, use Facebook. I don't really care for Facebook.
Right.
What's why do you like Facebook? Right.
Well, I think you gotta not look at Facebook from a personal taste perspective. You just look at it as analytics and business. If you focus on the business and the analytics of Facebook, which is all they care about, let me tell you something. We African Americans, we got to start learning how to do the math. We just want to count the money and buy the clothes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to you raw. White folks in the music industry count the numbers and the dollars. We counting we black folks are just stuck in a different mindset of the business. I'm not saying that nobody's polished or know what they're doing and know nothing about that stuff, but even in professional sports like the NBA, the white guys that running the teams and doing the numbers and the analytics, they determine a lot that goes on with the NBA, not the players. The players got a little control on the floor, but when it comes to analytics and power and control and numbers and money, it's all about the numbers. So my point to what you don't think about Facebook like, oh, popularity, people responding, old people. Think of it as, I want some people to view what I'm doing, to possibly reach out to me and support what I'm doing, purchase this, whatever that, download my record, whatever. That's all it is. And you engage those people as they reach out. So I went from, I premiered the video July 3rd, and we at 1.8, going on 1.9. We'll be at 2 million views probably in a week or 2 weeks from now, probably. And what that is all I did was put it on Facebook. I spent a couple bucks every 2 or 3 days on the boost. Mm-hmm. And so on your post, put everything you need it to say. The link tree to all your site, put it all on there. People are sitting at home during the pandemic with nothing to do most times. And those, what I'm saying, they got time.
So all they're doing is looking